Greetings, fellow students. My name is James Crooks, which happens to be a fine Scottish name. Funny story, my wife's maiden name happens to be Rob. Yes, that's correct. And she also happens to work for the local police department. So you can imagine the raspberry she gets from this. I am the eldest child. I was born on Valentine's Day. I have a younger brother who was born on St. Patrick's Day, and we have 3 sisters between us. I'm currently employed with an HVAC distributor. I serve as the assistant manager and lead equipment sales. I am also happen to be well educated with engineering, robotics, chemistry, drafting, as well as art. But I'm very awful when it comes to higher functions of PCs. So I have a very good friend of mine helping me with this video. His name is Bryton. Growing up, I was a very poor representation of Christianity, but I was not ignorant of the Bible due to the determination of my paternal grandparents. Well, that was until I was married. After which, with regular attendance, my wife and I were asked to take over teaching a Sunday school class, which I must say, if you really want to learn about the Bible, teach a Sunday school class. Of course, but do so honestly and with the knowledge that God is watching you. 2 years into that, my world changed dramatically. The job I had disappeared, and the only job that I could find at the time took us away from church. So we were away for about 2 years. Well, actually, it was younger than that, but we began to realize what we were missing. And after visiting several churches, found Northland Christian Church, where we once again became very active in teaching, volunteering. And then, of course, the biggest shock of all is when the elders asked me to become a deacon. Never saw that coming. That also turned out to be the church that my father's best friend from when they were growing up was also the minister of. I remember when I was younger and they had left town to go to Christian college, and he would come and visit and would share with us his encounters with God, how he was coming face to face with God, and I could not imagine the emotion or awe that came across on his face. And even though I was a poor Christian at the time, I wanted that. But it wasn't until years later, again, when we started attending church, that this became a possibility. Our church happens to be a big sponsor of Central Christian College of the Bible, and through many visits of your stewards that have come to our church to share, and also becoming involved with the Missouri Christian Convention, Jamie Frankie got me interested into pursuing this. So here I am. I really have no idea what God wants to use me for as of yet. I have been given the privilege of carrying the message to several small churches, a couple in Holt, Missouri, one in Clinton, Missouri, just recently. And I've also volunteered very heavily in a small church down in Nevada, Missouri as well. When I'm standing on the pulpit, behind the pulpit, and most of these pulpits are kind of small. The one in our home church you can physically pick up with one hand and move it. But when I stand on that other side of the pulpit and I am bringing the message, suddenly that thing is huge. And I never want to lose that awe of bringing God's message. I honestly don't know if that's my purpose, but here I am in Central Christian College of the Bible, and we'll just see what God has in store for me. Thank you for your attention.